the groups phase, and then the top 4 of each group will continue on to brackets. We're at the end of the group stage, so this match between KBZ and here will perhaps determine who gets to go on the bracket. So on with the game mechanics. Basically rolling good, rolls extended, which we call extendo rolls. Actually more of an exploit than a glitch. It's just a mechanic of this game where you release Y as you roll through an enemy, and then repress Y after rolling through the enemy. Some extra distance, store the speed of the roll. So right there at the start of this level, very first Kremling, they rolled through extended roll. I'll try to point out. It is interesting seeing these guys frame for frame right now. Taking a bonus through the middle of this level. Skip a little bit of it. KBZ is being much riskier the way he jumps off those ropes. His relative risk become more and more apparent throughout the... And yep, rolling through that snake right there. See, there's a barrel at the very start of this level if you look at Maisgueuh's screen. And if you're holding the Y button from your roll as you go through that, you're going to pick it up. So you have to very carefully time that you release and then repress Y. Wow, that is most unexpected. So there you go. It's a higher mechanic in this game as well. Basically just the springs from Mario Brothers, but monkey form. And you can actually roll on these tires. Which, you know, they're intended for jumping usually. So rolling on them does not really come naturally, but that it will be used to save a lot of time. KBZ just doing the hardest parts of this water level, getting past these octopus, taking damage. And this level is one that really separates the good players from the masters. It's people who have really put in the time to save every last frame they can in the water levels, like, to work at it very hard. So the next level, you get to basically skip the whole thing. So note the rhino token there. If you were to collect 3 animal tokens in this, not only does it take you to a really long bonus on a timer that you have to wait to go down, but it then basically makes you start the level over again. So pretty important that we avoid those, but collecting that one rhino, not a big a deal. Jumping on the beaver. That boss is trying as hard as he can to protect that mountain of bananas, but he was no match for the Kongs. Maisgueuh seems to have unfortunately missed a one opportunity only part of the route through this level, which means he had to commit Sudoku so that he could return to the basically before the skip. So he's about to go for what I was talking about right now. Land on that ledge, bounce on that guy, and boom. But if you bounce on that guy and don't get up there, oof, that's all I gotta say. KBZ skipping the minecart level, which is my vote for level in this game that deserves most to be played through normally in speedruns versus skipping it. But alas, it's over, and we move on to a truly challenging level here, Bouncy Bonanza. So there you saw the tire rolls that I mentioned earlier. And in this level, there's a lot of pits at the end, so instant death opportunity. And you don't grab midway here, so that's really the main reason this level is. KBZ is going to do a long roll over that tire and across the gap. And he's going to probably roll on that tire right there. And mind you, if he mistimed that, which I don't know what the timing window is, but it feels like half second or less at least. If you happen to miss that, you're dead. Skipping yet another level, stop and go station by just going left from the start. One of the first shortcuts I ever found good. And in this case, IMO, skipping a very good level to skip. Is my microphone still cutting out? If so, I do apologize. KBZ just, he became Donkey Kong. He was normally really slow, but he did, in fact, use Donkey Kong to exploit a glitch called a super jump to give him easy, quick access to a skip for the temple level that you just saw him play. KBZ with a pretty solid time, no major mistakes. Again, seeing the end of this devastatingly bad level. Stop and go station. With an enemy so good that they decided not to use it in any other levels in the game. KBZ yet again doing a skip to just not play a level. But yeah, this one, that's a pretty fun level to play normally as well. But the skip to that is interesting in that you actually won't get the skip, this barrel that appears, if you're not Donkey Kong. So it's strange that the developers made it that way. It's clearly intentional. Alright. Now KBZ's goal here is to super jump over this entire level, which is basically an auto-scroller. So he stores the super jump by destroying Diddy. Now he's Donkey Kong here, and he's going to take damage again. And Diddy, based on the fact that he took damage near a wall, is now maintaining a continual rising in the sky, basically because of the way the Kong sprites react when they get hit and run into a wall. So here on Maisgueuh's screen, so that's a warp right there that Donkey went into. And that will not be there if you're not Donkey. Ooh, okay, so that's, I think that might have been an intentional strat there. So what he did is normally you swap to Diddy again right after the warp. But in this case, it looks like he kept Donkey and then purposely switched to Diddy by shooting through that B. Which is an interesting idea because you can die after you swap pretty easily. So KBZ does some really hard tricks over here with those extended rolls. As Maisgueuh attempts to set up the through this Forest Frenzy level. Yes, there is a visual cue for when you let go of B during the super jump, so watch Maisgueuh's screen. Right there, that Kremlin jumping on the left side of his screen. When that reaches the left side of the screen, you let go of B. Though that visual cue does change if you were to do a super jump roll, which we'll get to later. But yeah, KBZ has decided he no longer likes World 3. So he's off to replay some earlier levels. Or is he? He doesn't know where he wants to go. What is... Oh. No way. No way. What is that? So that's a very developer-intended warp called map warp, wherein you have to press a button on the corner there. Maisgueuh hopping on into this bonus so you can get that bird. Getting the bird is very common beginner strat. Ideally, you want to move towards using Diddy, but the risk of dying in this Temple Tempest level is extremely high with Diddy. So if your goal is to mitigate huge time losses, getting the bird is a good idea. Well, see you, bird. Oof, okay, that was scary. He almost went face first into that, what do you call that? The hamster wheel? The hamster wheel. Looks like he should be getting out of there safe. Cool. KBZ now, fighting the boss of World 3. Something interesting is about to happen, and that is that you're gonna walk just a little bit up this mountain, and you'll go from deep green forest to snow, like a second. That was a cool island they got there, the Kong Island. Yeah, there you go. KBZ finishing up World 3 with a 1140. Anything with an 11 in front of it is pretty good. And oh, there we are. We're in the snow now. So, ice mechanics in this game are not as dramatic as they are in a lot of other games. Like, you aren't gonna just, like, slide across the map indefinitely. All it really seems to do is slow down your acceleration. Like, it takes you a while to get traction. KBZ doing an interesting mechanic, though, that abuses the ice floor, actually. Oh, never mind. So, by holding a barrel and being on a big slope like that, oh, yeah, Eduardo, Maisgueuh losing the fish. See if he, okay, so Maisgueuh gets the early B hit. Tighter timing than it looks. KBZ going for up and 4, a very difficult and prestigious trick at the start of this ice crystal level. Which, has an amazing tile set, but for some reason they decided to only use this tile set for one level. It would be cool if they had like a dark blue one and then a red one. That could be like the replace World 6 with caves. Instead of like normal caves, have like blood crystal caves. Like that last level, but red. Cool. Maisgueuh getting an extra life there. That does not bode well, but we'll see. It looks like they're in the same level right now, but KBZ is in the level we call Bird, and he's playing as a bird, jumping over birds through the use of bird-like movement. And it's actually a pretty dangerous level, because, man, you lose that bird, you're going to be either losing a minute because you get catapulted into a chasm, or you're going to lose a minute because playing the level is so much slower without the bird. Oof, okay, so solo Donkey Kong Maisgueuh rolling really fast and really deep through this icy world. As KBZ is demonstrating the 2.5 minute lung capacity of monkeys. Maisgueuh has to be very careful about that. Okay, he got it. With Donkey Kong, his jumps are so bad that when you bounce off those Kremlings to get up to the rope, you kind of need them to be right under the rope, and you have to jump on them when they're at the peak of their jump. Ooh, yeah, ooh, okay. So, yeah, I imagine he's not too accustomed to playing his donkey for that portion. So again, for anyone who doesn't know where the bird is in Bird, the bird is just left of that bird right there. And there you go, bird crate. I wish I knew. I wish I knew if there were pianolists. I imagine it will be, because this is KBZ we're talking about here. Oof. Alright, so this is crisis time for Maisgueuh right now. This is like actually a crisis. He lost his bird. Oh, need I say any more? I think I don't have to say anything else. At least we have Diddy here. But man, so you'll see how slow this level is, because you have to wait for these ropes, which are designed by the developers to make you learn patience as a kid. So, yeah, it's pretty slow. Oof. Is he going to go back for that DK barrel? I would. I'm scared, dude. Ooh, I'm really scared for Maisgueuh right here. This part, yeah, this is the last guy. Wow. Wow. Okay, man. Okay. Well, I like to see survival. Alright, kbz playing a really hard level here. The audio. Oh, yeah. I forgot I have that power. It is using kbz audio. So, looks like he got through the cave level, unless I missed death. It's really easy to just die in that level and not even really notice, because it's a black level and you can't see anything. Pretty short as well. So again, these are two levels that are pretty hard back to back that kbz's playing. So you can see pits everywhere. You have to roll across some pretty wide gaps, which requires good timing. This level really showcases tire rolls pretty well. Again, these are somewhat tight roll timings to get over the tires. kbz, I don't know what he's up to, but he seems to be floating there. No big deal though, this is Donkey Kong. We expect the unexpected. Alright, so kbz goes into World 5 here, which is sort of made to seem like the final world when you play through this game. It's these factory levels, which kind of like the castle of this game. kbz, he didn't just become Donkey there and take damage 2 times for no reason. That was an attempt to set up what's called a super jump roll. And I'd rather, like, instead of trying to explain that, I'd like you to just see it, and then you would understand why it's called a super jump roll. But it basically involves frame perfect timing, and you get 1 shot. Alright, kbz doing something very risky here. As you can see— oh! Snap, dude. Damn, dude. So, Yeah, after taking damage, your monkey is gonna always start with a jump. It's gonna pop up into the air. So like whenever you take damage, sometimes it can be a little difficult to predict what your Kong is gonna do after you take damage. You're gonna sort of get launched. So again, coming up on the hardest part of the level here on KBZ's side, doing a very long roll, tire roll, land on the right side of the oil can. You get a nice, clean ending. Maisgueuh seems to be doing Diddy only through... What is this level called? RBR. Whatever RBR stands for. Okay, he's got Donkey now. I was gonna say, that is looking pretty scary. Alright, will KBZ go for the snake? He is not going for this. So there's a new strat in the level that KBZ is playing, called the snake, and hasn't quite caught on yet because a lot of people don't realize how free it is, how much time it saves. Anyway, looks like Maisgueuh is getting through a rope bridge rumble, that's what it's called. But solo donkey, so does change these jumps a little bit. Hopefully he's patient enough with it. Good. The snake is another one of those super jump rolls that I mentioned. It's a newly discovered one, or really what was discovered is the setup for it, which is, you know, it just wasn't like really defined or researched before. So here's the hardest water level in the game, no doubt. But who knew, man? Who knew there's a fish right at the beginning? So, like, if I can give one piece of advice to casual players in this game... wait, watch Maisgueuh's screen here? Alright, so yeah, he's doing a super jump over this level, which guarantees safety. Which, as you saw, KBZ died, so that's, that paid off for him. Looks like KBZ got just fine. Oh yeah, I was gonna say my beginner's advice, and that would be to just at the start of levels, always try and see what happens if you go left at the start. And you'll find so many shortcuts and secret animals, and what the heck is KBZ doing? Oh wait, he's playing Donkey, and this is normal in Donkey Kong World. And that, my friends, called a jump roll. Specifically this linear rolling motion that KBZ is doing right now. It's more of a barrel roll than a cartwheel. And to do that, you have to land on an enemy while pressing Y on the same frame that you land. But, so the jump roll was finished from KBZ. And that's because as you go past a certain platform in the level, well, first of all, there are bees in your way, so you have to jump out of it. Then if you continue trying to roll through the air, and be good, you're gonna get sucked down. Entering Blackout Basement, everybody's favorite level. Don't know anybody who doesn't say this is their favorite level. KBZ, he's the guy who actually taught me this. In races, it's always a good idea to get midway in this level. Even though, like, we get to a point to where we hardly ever die in this level, but so costly in a race that midway kind of makes sense. Like, look at how treacherous this is. Just dodging barrels right now. You can't even see. Alright. Can Maisgueuh continue to keep his fish? So, you'll notice the fish can actually clip through things. Well, fortunately, he did not clip through that. But the trick to clipping with the fish is you just want to get really close to whatever you want to clip through and press Y at the last second. Like, oh, you didn't even do it there. Well, you can clip through that thing. kbz, interestingly, lost Donkey Kong. Finished the boss's solo ditty, so that could have been a death for him, which would have been hilarious. But it looks like, again, they are in the same level. kbz is now half a world ahead. Okay, so Maisgueuh was attempting to start the rolling in air glitch there, but he either mistimed his Y press or he's swapping to Donkey Kong too far left. Okay, that works. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so what Maisgueuh wanted to do was continue roll jumping through that level, but instead he accidentally ended up in a cart. kbz is about to attempt what's called, well, everyone ever a jump roll. So he's going to try to press Y. Okay. When he hit that bird right there and he sort of rolled through him, he was trying to press Y on the same frame that he touched the bird, which would save him over 40 seconds. Yeah, kbz's generally a pretty safe race player. He's not going to go for the riskiest tricks all the time. Because, I mean, honestly, like, to a certain degree, at least, like, your race is really going to be determined by whether or not you make a huge mistake like a death or, like, miss a warp. But one of the biggest time losses you can have is actually kbz not hitting that frame-perfect Y press that he just did. In this level, it's the single biggest time save in the game from a jump roll. See what strats we get over on the left here. Wait, is he gonna super jump? No, that was an accident. So, ooh, okay. It's a little scary. Comes, ooh, yep, here comes the hard part of the level, as you can see. kbz's playing as the rhinoceros, who's about to give the rhino treatment. I mean the Yoshi treatment. Just damage boost with him and abandon him. But yeah, I'm interested in what's going on the left here. Just look at how crazy this part is. Like, because of that gap that he just passed, where there's like left and right moving platforms that are really tiny in the dark, that to me sort of made this level the hardest level casually. And I always thought World 6 in this game is kind of anticlimactic, dude, because you're in these really awesome factory levels that like, to me, they just look like they were supposed to be oh, kbz, that is called a super jump roll. That is the thing where I said I can't explain it, you're just gonna have to see it. Well, things are happening. Things are happening right now. Right, yeah, the tile set for the factory levels looks like it would have been intended to be for the final levels. And I guess they just kind of wanted to throw you off, so like you're like, wow, this game has more content. But so kbz getting through that last level, saving nearly 30 seconds because he did a frame perfect trick. And he now expands his horizons into loopy lights. Very dangerous level, some very, very loopy lights. So Maisgueuh may also go for the jump roll in this level. That could be interesting to see. kbz doing some of the most difficult tire rolls in the entire run. And that is why you bring Donkey Kong with you through loopy lights and races. Again, I think we've seen kbz get payoff several times now from doing those basically smart safety strats, I think. Maisgueuh is not going for the jump roll, so he will not be saving 40 seconds in this level either. So kbz is actually in the final platforming level, platforming perils. Pretty difficult level in the speedrun, sure. Narrowly missing another frame perfect trick. You jump roll through this level. Instead, he's just gonna face plant an armadillo and take a skydiving lesson inside a cave. So, yep, he was not about playing as Donkey Kong in the second half of this level, which actually is the right move. I think it would lose less time to die right there than to keep Donkey Kong only through the rest of the level. So kbz there kind of dying in a surprising place. It looked like he had the movement right and just didn't jump out of his roll in time before he hit the void out trigger. Alright, coming up on the grand finale of the hardest speedrun level. Alright, ooh, going for hard strats, and is it gonna bite him? It's gonna bite him, but he still makes it out alive. Very nice. He just wanted to make us scared, I think. Maisgueuh is super jumping through the level with the Rhino. And there are a lot of newer players who super jump over most of the hard levels in World 6, as they are pretty easy to die in. Oh wow, there's a Neki emote. That's a huge emote. Cool. Cool, so kbz is now on final boss. So apparently this guy is coming to Smash Brothers, which makes a point that I've kind of been wanting to make to Nintendo, is that the old school Donkey Kongs had like a classic cast of characters, and I feel like they can only really deviate from that so much. Like, you gotta have King K. Rool, man, at least in most of the games. It's like not having Ganon, Zelda, or Mario, Bowser, because Bowser's the good guy in that game. All he wanted to do is marry a princess. So Maisgueuh is actually jumping over this level as well. Like I said, you'll see a lot of super jumps. And yeah, I think it's the right move. Race, if you're new to the game, even if you think there's a 50% chance of dying in the 4 hard levels, 50% chance, it's worth it for you in that case, I think, to super jump over all the levels. So the time loss from super jumping is less than much of a death. But it does add up. He's probably losing like 30 seconds or so just from super jumping over several levels. Yeah, KBZ won, but just doesn't want to do done yet. So I shouldn't say that. The race is not over. Interesting to see Maisgueuh's play strategy in Loopy Lights. This is so far the only platforming level in this world where he has chosen to not super over it. And it looks like he is using the intended mechanic of turning on the lights. KBZ finishes the race with a 35-47. Great race, KBZ. Alright, Maisgueuh now going into the final level. Point out that KBZ most likely will not interview, though I would extend the offer. I don't think he's ever done an interview in English. So yeah, you can see some real caution over here on the left. At this point, he probably knows he unfortunately lost the race. So he's going to want to make it through this level without any deaths. Cleverly using that DK barrel as a shield. Making sure every single naughty is dispatched. Will he go for the long roll? Oh yeah, he goes for the long roll. Got it. And fortunately, he jumped into the Prussia. And it looked like he had a shield in front of him with the DK barrel. But that particular Prussia, his hitbox can sometimes be too far left right there. And I think that's something that's happened to everybody. Like that exact same thing. It looks like you're jumping into the front of them, but it's actually recognizing your feet hitting his hitbox for the barrel. So you're just gonna bounce off, and you can't even control yourself when you're bouncing in this game, so you're done. Yeah, I wouldn't have laughed if, like, I didn't remember, like, doing that myself. Being like, what? Alright, so now we have Bird and the Crocodile. Ooh, but man, that Bird. It's nutted on him. This is a great game for kids. You have Candy Kong and this old wise man who knows everything, Donkey Kong. And then we find out that Donkey and Diddy have a bit of domestic abuse situation here. He ain't putting up with that. Donkey's just like, no, dude, you don't do that. You don't do that to me, Diddy. But I mean, it looks like he deserves it, man. Like, he's just gonna, wow. Donkey's rude. kbz switching games here. Just a statement of preference. Most likely, yes. So, Maisgueuh looks like he just completed the first hit of the second phase. So he's got quite a bit more cannonball dodging to go. Can we like put a picture of a monkey, just a big monkey picture over KBZ's game feed? To the fake credits, so we have about a minute left in this race, assuming see double damage. That's just like mean, dude. You don't do that. You don't like tell a person that the game's over and be like, oh wait, we're gonna fade back in and this guy's gonna like kill you. What a jerk. Hey, that could be one of his smash moves. You could like feign death. How would that work though? I can't imagine. Alright, GG. Maisgueuh with a 41-38. Great race, fellas. Alright, guys. I appreciate views. Hope you stay tuned to watch some more of this tournament. I believe there's another race coming up in 10 minutes, which will be.
Hey, Caris.
Hi, how's it going? GG.
Thank you. What's up? KB couldn't come.
What's that?
KB is not coming. I guess KBZ.
No, he's yeah, he doesn't want to English.
Okay, whatever.
But, I appreciate you coming in. How do you feel about the race?
Sub 36. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Really nice run. I was watching Platform Peril while I was on Super Jump. The hard strat is really impressive. To lose DD,
Yeah.
wow, so dangerous.
Which level?
Last one, Platform Peril.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for pronunciation.
Yeah. It makes sense. That was the right move for sure.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do that. But
Right?
what a show, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
So you have another race coming up right now, don't you?
Yes, versus Snack Pack.
Nice.
In 10 minutes.
Cool. Yeah, I wish you good luck on that as well.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
if you could just do the same.
I should do better of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Cool, man. Well, I'm gonna head out here as commentary. I think Stu's gonna head back in.
All right.
Your interview. See you again.
Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.
See ya.